But you realize how mighty God is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he bigger than all of our problems and circumstance and situation and sickness and sorrow. He bigger than that.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's good to know, to remind yourself of just how good God is. And it's not the size of your faith. It's just how big your God is. Because if he say faith the size of a mustard seed, we know how small that is, right?
Yeah.
And yet, that'll move mountains. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. We're going to Isaiah chapter 39. Isaiah chapter 39. How many of you ever went in the Bible looking for one thing and found something else you needed even more than that what you were looking for?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Anybody ever did that?
Yeah.
All right. And that means that God intended for you to get that. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
All righty. Now, a few words. The number one word is boasting.
And what?
Boasting. Okay, the next word is flaunting. Next word is spitefully bragging. Next one is to belittle.
Do what?
To belittle someone.
Oh.
Hezekiah. Y'all look up at me for a minute. What do you do with the time that God gave you? You remember Hezekiah was told to get his house in order. You're going to die
Yeah.
and not live. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and he prayed. And God added unto his life 15 years. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I want y'all to catch this now. God says, I'm going to give you 15 years, but you still got to die. Y'all catch up with me?
Go ahead.
Can I use two words tonight? Incarnation and reincarnation. Incarnation is when the Word was made flesh and walked upon the face of the earth. Reincarnation, you can go on with that foolishness. Ain't nobody been here before. Ain't nobody coming back. You ain't coming back as no cat, no dog. You ain't even coming back as you. Now I hear you thinking, so well, Reverend Belay, then Lazarus come back. Yeah, he was just called back from the grave, but he wasn't recreated. He was the same Lazarus, and the same Lazarus still had to die.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sometimes I'll be watching like paternity court, and they're trying to figure out who the daddy is. Them young ladies say, look at him. He look just like him. He hold his head like him. He got eye like him. He got nose like him. DNA said, wrong one. You follow me? So we ain't coming back as nobody else, and ain't nobody else gonna come back as you. Am I making sense?
Go ahead.
Can we go now?
Go ahead.
You remember them words I gave you now? Remember them words I gave you? Okay, let's start with verse 1. Don't let Bishop read all. Y'all to the right chapter? So I know this ain't nobody reading yet. Deacon Smith?
Yes, sir.
Read, please, sir.
Okay. Verse chapter 39, verse 1. At the time of Merodach and Bladian, the son of Bladian, king of Babylon, sent letters and present to Hezekiah, for he had heard that he had been sick and was recovered. And Hezekiah was glad of them and showed them the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold and the spices and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his dominion, that Hezekiah showed them not.
Okay, somebody tell me about these two verses right here. And while you're talking about, tell me when the last time you had company marching through your house. Anybody? Ain't nobody gonna talk. When was the last time you had company over? Well, then tell me, can you entertain today like they did in the days of old?
No. No.
Huh?
No.
Okay. Can I tell you right here about a prime opportunity or an occasion that Satan will set you up? Even if you're sick, everybody come to see about you ain't concerned about you or your health. They come to see what it looks like. When my sister-in-law died, they stole out of my brother's house till they stole a baby diaper. Because ain't nobody watching. And that thing, you hear people sit down through the years when they get ready to pray, every head bow, every eyes closed. Let me tell you what closed eyes will do. Closed eyes will get you robbed in the church. Somebody's eye better be open. It sounds good, don't it? Every eye closed, every head bow. Close your eye if you want to. And women folk, let me tell you something. I don't care if you're coming down here to pray. The world we live in today, keep up with your pocketbook. No, Reb, ain't that bad. Keep on trusting in the wrong thing. Keep up with your pocketbook. Keep up, know where your money at, right? Even if you shout, strap them on your shoulder. Because when you jump up, when you come down, you're hoping to still have what you had. Am I helping anybody? Y'all run back to Bethel down to Jacksonburg. And the poor lady came up in sincerity for prayer, blinked her eye, and her whole Social Security check was gone. Oh, y'all don't remember, huh?
Remind in the church.
In the church.
Yeah.
Read. Any comment before we move? Hezekiah is sick. Okay, let me show you what I get a lot of. Reb, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. You sure? You trying to tell me I ain't all right? What, you attacking me or something? I ain't got sense enough to know whether I all right or not. See, there's a story behind that. Either you've been talking about me before you get here. Let me leave y'all alone. Y'all sleeping this evening. Read.
Verse 3. Then came Isaiah the prophet unto King Hezekiah, and said unto him, What said these men, and from whence came they unto thee? And Hezekiah said, They are come from a far country unto me, even from Babylon.
Watch this now. Watch this. They come a long way, right? They ain't just had their eyes on Judah, but they're looking for an entrance to get in.
Yeah.
You remember when the spies were spying out the land? And Joshua sent the spies out.
Yeah.
What was their job? Spy it out.
I know.
See where the weak spots at. You know, find out what kind of enemy we're going to be up against. You follow what I'm saying? And that's what these guys were doing. Look, y'all look at me now. If you confess the Lord Jesus Christ and you ain't got enough spirit to test the spirit, you got a problem. Never mind what comes out of a person's mouth. Your spirit should be of such to know that it's whether it's right or whether it's wrong, whether it's good or whether it's evil. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Verse 4.
So here comes the prophet. Prophet said, man, you've been sleeping. You been sleeping. What did they ask you? Because the king missed it. Just like us, we miss a lot of stuff sometimes. Sometimes my wife be talking to me and I miss it. Sometimes we be looking at something on television and sometimes she miss it. Sometimes I miss it. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Now, ain't no need y'all sitting up here and making me think all of y'all know everything.
No.
Don't lie to me now. No, make me think y'all know everything now. Sometimes it can be right before your eyes and you can miss it.
Yeah.
You follow me? You can miss it. Let me give you an example. My niece sent my wife a photo the other day of her little son. And he had on this shirt that says, I'm a big brother. It says the child kind of chunky. I just thought because she was talking about his size. My wife said, you ain't caught it. I'm a big brother. That means another one on the way. You see how we can miss it sometimes? And that's why it's good to conversate sometimes, because you don't know everything. And I had to admit, yeah, I missed that. I would have never thought of that. I'm a big brother. That means little Bubba on the way. That means he got to go and get out of the way. Y'all follow what I'm saying? I want y'all to see how Hezekiah is being set up. Don't ever think you're so high, everybody happy for you being on the highest point of the ladder. Don't you ever think because God bless you, everybody is happy that God bless you. A fool would understand, a fool would hate you for God blessing you, but a wise individual will say, this God is so big until when he gets through with your house, he got something for me.
Yeah.
You know, so instead of envying my brother, I'll be happy for my brother. You follow what I'm saying? Come on, let's go.
Verse 4. Then said he, what have they seen in thy house? And Hezekiah answered, all that is in my house have they seen. There is nothing among my treasures that I have not shown thee.
Ooh. Now, y'all, I want everybody to pause right there and think right now. You think you can march people through your house today?
No.
Huh?
No.
Huh?
No.
If you do, you're playing the part of a fool. How about that very best gold chain you got? You're not sure everybody your gold, your jewelry. And you go to work one day and you come back, your back don't crack. And 3 days later, your best friend blinging your chain. Okay. Am I trying to help anybody?
Yeah.
It's one thing when you give the enemy the ammunition to attack you with. Can I show you one way we do that? And I don't know whether we realize it. Stop whining all the time. Stop crying about the same thing all the time. Devil take that and use it. You know why? You ain't looking for God to do anything with it. You want to stay right there and whine. I got a policy. If I'm talking to somebody and they tell me, I know, finish. Ain't got nothing to say. Because if you know, you just took total responsibility for the situation that you in. So you don't need talking to me. I know, go fix it. Right where you mess it up at, go back there and fix it. Am I helping anybody?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, D.
Verse 5. Then said Isaiah to Hezekiah, hear the word of the Lord of hosts. Behold, the days come that all that is in thy house and that which thy fathers have laid up for store until this day shall be carried to Babylon. Nothing shall be left, said the Lord, and of thy sons.
Boy, you about to get robbed. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah.
Boy, you about to get robbed.
They're going to take everything.
And then you set yourself up to get robbed. Y'all follow me? What does the devil do? Come to rob?
Destroy.
Can he do that if you don't let him in?
No.
You got to let him in, right?
Yeah.
Once he get in, he can handle his business. Now, I want everybody here to go back into the Garden of Eden for a minute, and you think about the serpent and Adam and Eve. The serpent ain't touched nothing. He ain't put a hand on no tree. He ain't eat no fruit, nothing. He just gave a suggestion. And that's all he did. I mean, he got cursed for his part in it, but he didn't touch nothing. That's like getting bad advice from somebody for yourself. Okay? Why would a married woman talk to a single woman about her husband and she ain't got nothing? What kind of advice she could give you? And then, watch this now. You open the door because you married and you telling a single woman your business. And then she's sitting back and said, well, hey, if that's all wrong, I can do something with that. I can work with that. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, he get drunk a little bit, but he bring his check on. And then she said, well, girl, if I were you, I'd put up with that. And go on and leave if you want to. And go back and knock on your door, 2 o'clock, the same night, and see who answered the door. And who he got in there, don't even let him speak. They say, who that knocking on our door this time of night? I'm trying to help y'all, and that work both ways. That don't sound right, do it? Don't taste good either. You know, but see how you can open yourself up to stuff? You follow what I'm saying? And you know what? Blessings, even spiritual blessings, can cause enemies to come against you, especially when you boast about it or somebody else boasts about it. Those women folk in particular says, they sang a song, so look at Saul, he killed 1,000. But my boy David killed 10,000. Saul got so angry he tried to kill him at the dinner table. I want y'all to catch this. Spiritually, people can be jealous of you in the Lord. Y'all don't believe this, huh?
Yeah.
How did Satan get kicked out?
He wanted to exalt himself.
Above
God.
the Most High. I don't want everybody worshiping me. You follow what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. Let's talk to me. And sometimes you got to be, okay, y'all write this word down. Let me show you something about sin. Write down lie, L-I-E. going to show you how you got to be careful with words that's got an I in it. You write down lie?
Yes, sir.
Write down connive. Got that? Write down pride. That I in there, them ain't really good words in it. Huh? Y'all, somebody else give me another one with an I in it.
Sin.
Sin. Got it? What can kill all of that? The root word, Dickie Smith said, was sin. Snatch the I out and place an O in it. You ain't got sin no more. You got what? Son. And the Son of God is the only way you're going to get rid of sin. Am I helping anybody? Bride. The I in it? Suicide. Is an I in that? Okay. Y'all ready now?
Verse 7.
Yes, sir.
And of thy sons that shall issue from thee, which thou shalt beget, shall they take away, and they shall be
Eunuchs.
eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon.
What these eunuchs is? Somebody holler at me.
That's a unit.
No, y'all know y'all got to get raw for us to catch things.
That's a unit.
Well,
You got a eunuch. What is it? Wait, let's get raw and catch that.
They stripped him of his manhood.
Okay. Spell it out. Now you know for
They
sure.
ripped it. I wouldn't say the pure word. They ripped it out.
Castrate the men folk. And the only thing they good for then is to watch their women. Did you catch it? And this is coming. That Isaiah is telling them, this is coming. And you're not going to avoid it. Now, I want you to and y'all jot this down. This your homework, right? And go back to when Hezekiah first got his healing, first got his 15 more years. What went wrong that such a thing would come upon him and his sons? What went wrong that such a thing could come upon him? Anybody care to share with me? No? Okay. Y'all gonna have a short Bible study this evening. I'll be home by the time Gunsmoke come home.
He became prideful and boastful.
I'll be home by the time Matt Dillon come home at 7, because y'all ain't want this today. Do that verse again, D.
Verse 7. And of thy sons that shall issue from thee, which thou shalt begot, shall they take away, and they shall be eunuch in the palace of the king of Babylon.
That's harsh punishment, ain't it? Anybody remember looking at Roots
Yeah.
and when Kunta,
Who's the kid?
when running? Kunta keep running. They finally gave Kunta a choice of what they was going to cut off. Cut off your foot. What Kunta choose? What did he choose? I give up the foot. Ready, Uncle Wally?
Yeah.
Okay.
Verse 8. Then said Hezekiah to Isaiah, good is the word of the Lord, which thou hast spoken. He said, moreover, for there shall be peace and truth in my days. Comfort ye, my people, said your Lord, your God. Speak ye comfortable to Jerusalem, and cry unto her, and her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned, for she hath received of the Lord's hand double for all her sins. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness.
D, where you reading?
I was going on 40.
Huh?
40 now. Verse 3.
Okay. Man, you gotta announce where you going, cause you got me confused. You sure you ain't on that thing? You hit that thing?
I'll back up.
Give me 7 and 8 again, cause I'm standing here. I'm saying, well, wonder where is he reading?
All right, verse 7. And of thy sons that shall issue from thee, which thou shalt begot, and shall they take away, and they shall be eunuchs in the palace of the king of Babylon.
Okay, now Babylon is captivity. Y'all look at me. Sometime you could have your own self in captivity when you won't give up something that has you bound, be it malice, pride, anger, no matter what it is. You could have your own self in bondage. If you don't know, don't say anything. But anybody in here know somebody just be angry all the time? All the time. You never got a good day. Don't you know there's people you can't ask them how you doing? Because the list is so long, you're going to get bored. And now you got the front, like you're really interested. Huh? Read.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Then said Hezekiah to Isaiah, good is the word of the Lord, which thou hast spoken. He said, moreover, for there shall be peace and truth in my days.
Sound like he ain't worried, huh? Didn't say anything about him being in Babylon, but it spoke of his sons. Is there anybody in here want your children to suffer for your action?
No.
You follow me? Take your own lick. Take your own lick, and while you're taking your lick, let your children know why you're taking that lick. So that when they grow up, they won't have to take a lick. Because they learn from you what is right and what is wrong. And God don't let any of us get away with nothing unless you repent or he repent you. The matter is closed. You're going to reap just what you sow. And when I say you, I'm not meaning you, I'm meaning us, everybody. Every man will reap what they sow. You got me? Y'all all right? Proverbs chapter 3. Jaleesa, you still in school, right?
Yes, sir.
You go to school every day, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, for us old people don't know, tell us, there are problems at the school, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Big problems.
Yes, sir.
Every day.
Yes, sir.
Unrest. Every day. It's almost like it's a struggle to keep your sanity with what all you see going on at the school, right?
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? But if you notice, if you trust God, he'll take you to school every day, protect you, and send you back home safe. And remember I said a while ago, like in the garden, Satan didn't touch nothing. He just gives suggestions. Don't go along to get along. If you can't do like I do, I ain't gonna be your friend. You got a greater friend than anything at the school. And his name Jesus. And see, why I want to encourage you, see, because see, sometimes old folk don't realize that y'all got stuff to deal with every day, just like we do. And 9 times out of 10, parents don't talk to a child, they talk at them. And when they talk at a child, it builds resentment. Oh, they'll sit there, look at your face. So you walk up, I don't want to hear it. Y'all follow what I'm saying? And so, you know, I applaud you because you're the only student see fit to come to the house of God and learn how to handle yourself spiritually. So I lift you up in prayer and I give God thanks for you. And don't let your coming be in vain. God is bigger than any problem you got, any circumstance you got, any situation you're running into. You follow me? Now, when you come here and learn the Word of God, then you become a walking book. You don't have to go along to get along. You ain't got to join this gang over here or act like these people over here. You're your own person. And hold up your hand one more time. Now you know how special you are because ain't nobody else got your fingerprint. Nobody under the sun got your fingerprint. And don't that tell you you're special? Not only that, he said he know all these. He know every strand of hair on your head. I'm just talking to you, but we old people need that too. But see, we get frustrated, start fussing and cussing, and then pray a minute. And then when we done pray a minute, we start cussing again. You follow what I'm saying? And that's not what it's about. If you're going to give it to God, you sing it, you take your burden to the Lord and do what? Leave them there. But we go and we announce our problem and come back with it. We just announce it, you know. We don't give it to them. We announce it and we come back. Y'all look at me one more time. Let me tell you. It's not the size of your faith. It's the magnitude of your God. Because he said, if you have faith the size, what can you do? You got it. You see what I'm saying? So he's bigger than all of us and everything we can come up with. If you just stay faithful. You follow me? My wife shared something with me last week, I think it was last week. 2 birds. One bird said to the other bird, them humans must ain't got good sense. They're worried. May God feed us every day. And they're more higher creatures than us. And he feed us every day. What you worried about? Hello? The other one was sent to me was 2 donkeys in Jerusalem after Christ went to the judgment. And one donkey said, he said, yesterday, man, people were throwing down their coats for me to step on. And the other donkey said, yeah, because you've been with Jesus. And you ain't nothing without Jesus. Did you catch it? Okay. All right. Can we go with this?
Yes. We start at verse 1.
Verse 1.
All right. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 1. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the word of thy mouth, thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself. When thou art come into the hand of thy friend, go, humble thyself, and make sure thy friend. Give not sleep to thy eyes, nor slumber to thy eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the flower. I went too far.
Huh?
I went too far.
No, I'm so used to getting ahead of myself. I was in song.
Okay,
Where you at anyway?
all right. Will we start over?
Yeah.
All right, so Proverbs chapter 6, verse 1. I can start? Mm-hmm. All right. My son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth.
Okay. Now somebody need to talk to me on these two verses here. How you gonna be snared?
Well, that first one, we're talking about co-signing.
Mm-hmm.
Co-signing. That's what you said, put up security for you, for me, but that's the same co-signing.
You see what I'm saying? Okay, can we go? Y'all Wayne D got somebody else want to read?
No, I was just looking. Verse 3. Do this now, my son, and deliver thyself. When thou art come into the hand of thy friend, go, humble thyself, and make sure thy friend. Verse 4. Give not sleep to thy eyes, nor slumber to thy eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of the hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler.
Now, is the scripture saying that somebody gonna do that for him? Or he got to take care of this himself?
He has to do it.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Jaleesa, that's right. One more time. Things gonna come up. Mom and daddy ain't present, right? And they couldn't get to the school in the blink of an eye, right? So there's some things you're gonna face, and some things you're gonna have to deal with humbly, wisely, and know that God got your back. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir. And I think that if more kids had more higher esteem of themselves, there wouldn't be so much problem. And let me tell you what I mean by that. We spend a lifetime trying to appease others when all you got to do is be the best that you can be and keep moving. And keep it moving. Don't even measure it. Can I share this? One time, I was 11 years old, and you know, a mother with 11 kids, she ain't got a lot of time to spend with each child. But this particular day, I was 11 years old. I was sitting on the step, and Mama came and sat down by me, and she said, "Son, don't you ever buy a friend for a nickel? Because if you get tired of them, you can sell them for a penny." She was telling me, don't even go along with my siblings to get along. You got what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't agree with your sisters and brothers because that's your sister and brother. You got to stand up for that which is right. You understand what I'm saying? And so many times I hear people say, well, I'm the black sheep of the family. If you're the black sheep for being right, keep on being right. At least you're still a sheep. You call yourself the black sheep, but the blessing is you're a sheep. Right? And sheep ought to know their master's voice, their shepherd's voice. Y'all got what I'm saying? In Psalm 23, the word says, the Lord is my shepherd. I hear people talk, walking around, I got me a shepherd. Well, if you ain't no sheep, he don't shepherd goats. Goats are for sacrifice. Lambs know the voice of the shepherd. Come on, read it. Y'all got 5 more minutes.
Verse 6.
Y'all didn't want to be here today.
Verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise.
Okay, watch this. Today, most women are career-oriented, right? So you ain't home no how. And when you done put in a day's work and come in and take care of your family, get you some sleep for the next day, you ain't got time for visitation. Okay. And just because they don't come over, you ain't got time to put your ear to a phone. I'm not trying to help somebody. You got what I'm saying? We ought to properly divide our day where it's spent in a proper fashion. Less the foolishness. Read.
Verse 7.
You mean I ain't got no input?
Can I just read what, Pete just read in the English version?
Yes.
Beginning 6:1, it says, "My child, have you promised to be responsible for someone else's death? Have you been caught by your own words, trapped by your own promises? Well then, my child, you are in that person's power, but this is how to get out of it. Hurry to him and beg him to release you. Don't let yourself go to sleep or even stop to rest. Get out of the trap like a bird or a deer escaping from a hunter." And if I might add, the only way to get out of that trap, if you co-sign for a person, is to pay that bill off.
That's it.
Off.
That's it. That's the only way.
If you don't want your credit messed up, you gotta pay it off.
And until you pay it off, you a slave to the situation. Okay, I ain't bothering nobody now. I ain't co-signing for a pencil. I ain't co-signing for a pair of sneakers. I ain't co-signing for a Bible. It sounds harsh, Rev, but not even the Bible. Nope. You ain't gonna pay for them. And while we right there, don't you know when you co-sign, you're a slave to that situation until it's cleared up? You understand what I'm saying? And watch this now. There are all kind of niceness when they're trying to get you to co-sign. You follow me? But the moment you co-sign, and they might make two payments. They show you good faith. They make two payments. After them two, there's always a reason why they can't make the payment that month. Now watch this now. They ain't gonna tell you till they get good and delinquent. When they get good and delinquent, they always got a reason why they make that payment. And the first week they get them, instead of preserving a payment, they take the tire on there off. My wife had a friend of hers bought this sports Honda, and she didn't like the rims on it because she said it didn't represent who she was. She wasn't flashy, so she took the rim. She sold the rims off it and put some new common rims on the car. That sounds crazy, right? But I applaud that. That was her lifestyle. She wasn't flashy. She wasn't, trying to boast or nothing. So she took them high price, good rims, took them off. Sometime in life, we got to take off some high price look, some high price attitude, some high price disposition, some high price character. Sometimes we got to pull them off and say, Lord, make me anew. Come on, D.
Verse 7. Which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provident provided her meat in the summer and gathered her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep or sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep?
Now, can I just add something right here? Okay. Let's say Deacon Smith, Sister Smith, Jaleesa, got that right? In your household, does everybody have a role? Everybody got a role. Everybody know what they got to do in the run of a day. You see what I'm saying? And that's an awesome thing. Everybody know what they got to do that day. You follow me? And the house will roll smoothly. But if one person don't do what they supposed to do, okay, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm just, because you look like you laughing like I'm getting personal. No, I ain't. I'm just, because you got your daughter sitting there. I'm just using that as an example. She got a role to play in the house for the house to run smooth. The wife got a role to play. The husband got a role to play for the house to run smooth. And that's the way it's going to be until it get to the end. But two people in the house. And when it's two people in the house, still got parts we got to play for the house to run smooth. And all I can tell you is stay in your lane. Stay in your lane now. But, and I'll do anything for the household myself. And I thank God for my wife, because she'll break me down on a lot of things. Amen. See, I'll do some things. I ain't be waiting on no whole load of clothes. I'll put 4 or 5 pieces in there and turn the machine on. Wasting water and detergent. But I'll be thinking I'm helping. Okay. Y'all see what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to tell you another thing about this ants. And the reason why I say that as a family, no matter what that ant job is, what he's doing is for the benefit of the whole colony.
That's right.
He ain't doing something for no singular gain or singular pleasure. Whatever he does, some go get the food. Some are protectors, some are fighters. Some protect the queen, others clean the nest. See, and if an ant's got to do all that, what do you think about us? Huh? Okay. Read.
Verse 9. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man.
Now, I'm going to ask Sister Polite to read that from the English Bible, especially since the word poverty is in there.
11, chapter 6, verse 11.
For while he sleeps, poverty will attack him like an armed robber.
Sister Polite, go back up to 9.
Okay. How long is a lazy man going to lie around?
Is the what kind of man?
Lazy.
Man.
What kind of man?
Lazy.
Know anybody like that?
I know people.
I ain't minding nobody's business. I just asked a question. Know anybody like that? Huh? One more time, Sister Polite.
How long is the lazy man going to lie around?
Mm-hmm.
When is he ever going to get up?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just take a short nap, he says. I'll fold my hands and rest a while.
But
But
Sister,
while he sleeps, poverty will attack him like an armed robber.
but Sister Polite, they don't sleep a little while. But they be up all night, robbing, stealing, killing, selling drugs, and they sleep all day. You understand what I'm saying? And there's no work. And that's what we have become. The average individual in trouble right now is because they didn't have a job to stay on to busy themselves. And before you shoot them, who houses they living in? How you gonna stay in my house and you ain't chipping in on nothing? Well, my number one, I'm a senior citizen. You ain't supposed to be in my house. I'm a senior citizen. You ain't supposed to be in my house. Okay, let me help y'all who's slow to talk. And if you're a man, even if you're my brother, and you're running into tough times, I'll help you rent a motel, but you can't stay here. Am I one chief in the house? Hello? Okay. If you're a woman, I don't know what my wife gonna do, but I know one thing, you ain't gonna stay in there. Y'all laughing like this comical. This is not comical. Yes, ma'am.
Me and my daughter-in-law was just talking to my daughter about this on yesterday because she wanted a job. And I told her, I said, okay, well, if you want a job, you can go ahead and get a little job. But that means you have to help me. You have to give me some money for staying there. You have to give me some money on your light bill. You got to pay your own phone bill. If you got a car, you have to pay your own insurance.
That's right.
And she told me, she said, Mama, you need to do that's all my money.
No need getting it.
And I told her, I said, but that's teaching you responsibility.
That's right.
And we also was talking about, I wish, many days that I was younger and still in my mama's house.
Oh, yeah.
And I told her, I said, you have time to grow.
No, you can't go back there.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And she think when she get a job, her money is her money. No, ma'am, you got to
Be
do this.
responsible. That's
Chicken
right.
or something.
I ain't getting up in y'all business, but that don't sound like chipping in all that you name. That sounds like taking the whole load. Jaleesa, I got to look out for you. That's a whole truckload right there. They're killing you softly. Chicken could be but so big. Let me help you out. Jaleesa. You know.
How long is a lazy man going to lie around? When is he ever going to get up? I'll just take a short nap, he says. I'll fold my hands and rest a while. But while he sleeps, poverty will attack him like an armed robber.
Meaning he ain't got nothing. Nothing. Did you catch it? He don't have nothing. He will not have nothing. And because he don't have nothing, he'll conveniently blame it on somebody else. Why he don't have nothing. And he never got up in the first place to go to work. You understand what I'm saying? Won't go to work. A lot of fellas my age and older went to college because they didn't want to plow no mule. Whatever the situation was, they figured they better do better because you ain't gonna stay around here and ain't no bed. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Yeah, you had to do something. Go in the military. Do something. In my era when I came out of school, you didn't have a two choice, farm or the Parkwood. I choose military. Did you catch it? Farm or the Parkwood. Hello. I forgot. All of y'all born with a silver spoon. But I wasn't going back down there in Bank Sanders Field and put cucumber on my shoulder all the days of my life. I wasn't going out in the woods to work because I didn't know nothing about the woods. You understand what I'm saying? The point is, do something. You can do something. You don't sit down as a grown man. And you know, quite frankly, I'm appalled at a lot of young men coming up. Their parents don't teach them to work. You giving them what you think is a silver spoon. Ain't no silver spoon. It's a ticket to trouble. Y'all follow what I'm saying? Give me a couple more verses. We're going to cut this gun smoke halfway off.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
A naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a forward mouth. He winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. Forwardness is in his heart. He divideth mischief continually, he soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy.
Wait. Sister Black, can you give me that one?
Worthless, wicked people go around telling lies. They wink and make gestures to deceive you, all the while planning evil in their perverted minds, stirring up trouble everywhere. Because of this, disaster will strike them without warning, and they will be fatally wounded.
So the bad that they meant for others, we're surely going to return to them. Am I making sense? Okay. Can we go now? These
Verse 16.
6 things do the Lord hate, yea, and seven are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, and a heart that devises wicked imagination, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among the brethren. But watch what he says. My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Bind them continually upon thine heart, and tie them about thy neck. And when thou goest, it shall lead thee, and when thou sleepest, it shall keep thee, and when thou walk awake, it shall talk with thee. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and the reproof of instructions are the way of life. If you go to bed with him, you can wake up with him. And no matter what you got to deal with, he's still God. And God is bigger than me, you, or anybody else in the world problem. Our God is bigger than that. Remember, the faith size of what? You can tell mountains to move. Ain't that something? Watch this. And that ain't magic. That's your belief. And God, if you got big belief, God can do big things. But if you got God limited right here, that's all he can do. Fingertip blessed. All right, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Any questions, anything you want to share with us before we leave?